All right, guys, this is a re-upload of the Mike D episode that we posted a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, there was an issue with the copyright on YouTube, so we had to take it down, but it was going viral. So watch it again if you've already seen it. Drag the cursor to the very end so we get credit for the views. If you haven't seen it, you are gonna love Mike D, Houston legend. Drop a like and a comment on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, you guys. Enjoy Mike D. So you're making like $8,000
Just say a day.
brick money.
Easy.
What is bar exactly?
It's called lean. It's called drink. It's called bar. I call it the devil's blood. Because once you take a sip, it's over.
You started out drinking it. Were you even selling it or were you just giving it away at a party?
Drink all you can and sell the rest, basically. That was the
Right.
motto. Because you have a pint for days. It's the fastest selling drug. It's the only one that people want, all of it. If you got syrup, we want it, and we there.
Today, I sit down with Mike D, a Houston drug kingpin who became the biggest supplier of codeine to the American South. Mike virtually introduced this opioid cough medicine to the masses in the early 1990s and had a huge influence on Southern culture and rap icons like Pimp C, UGK, 3 6 Mafia, Lil Wayne, and so many more. When you listen to your favorite rappers rapping about lean and syrup today, they got their habit and their slang from Mike. I've talked to a lot of drug kingpins on this show, but none who literally invented a market. That was Mike D. Make sure to check out One-on-One with Mike D on YouTube and anywhere you get podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, swanging down and sitting sideways, it's the king of lean, Mike D, right here on The Connect with Johnny Mitchell.
This is where we first did our first concerts. First became like, you got our groupies, all that.
Well,
like,
explain who you are, Mike D.
Well,
Like,
you know,
what do you do in the music? Where do you inhabit the music space?
all over. I've been from putting my money behind the scenes to being the rapper himself.
Uh-huh.
You know, I started as a rapper, then I became a CEO when I figured out the money wasn't being a rapper. That wasn't where the money was at.
Right.
And I learned that at 16 years old. I actually had a record deal when I was 15 with Lil Troy from Wanna Be a Baller.
Yeah.
A lot of people know that song, Wanna Be a
Of course,
Baller.
it's the biggest song in the world in
the
1999.
So that was my CEO then. And my big brother. So I followed him. So we went all the way to Miami. We were with Scarface. We had Mr. 3-2. We had all kind of people. It was Shortstop Records. And this when I was 15, 16 years old. So we like excited to rap. We didn't do it for the money. We just like, hey, I got a record out. So we go to Miami, get a record deal. I'm in the streets already, so I had a little money, not much, probably about $4,000 or $5,000. And I'm like, why when I came back, I got more money coming back than I did when I left. Less money. Like, hold on, this not right. So we did it a little longer, then Scarface moved to Rap-A-Lot Records. And when he left, I just kind of lost my interest into it because I'm like, there's no money there.
Right.
And we start blowing up on the streets, and by then we trying to catch Griselda Blanca.
Yeah, for sure.
At that time, we trying to catch the plug.
Right.
So, it became a disinterest until I met DJ Screw again later in life.
Right. So you left the rap alone, like most people did, in, what is this, the 80s, mid-80s, late 80s?
Well, no, I was in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So I didn't start back until me and DJ Screw hooked up, which was in 93, 94.
Okay.
So I took like a 3-year hiatus.
Right. And you were making moves out there, huh?
Oh, man, trying to get to the money.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the money. As everybody else, crack.
Did you get to it?
For sure. I had a Mercedes when I was 16. So I was pulling up in high school riding Mercedes-Benz. So that's how a lot of people knew me then, because like, he got a record out, he got a Benz. So I was able to camouflage through that in school, but I was really getting money off the street, though.
So people thought you were making rap money pulling up in a Benz, but that was crack money.
It's crack money.
Mm-hmm.
I only had one teacher at school that knew, Mr. Boudreaux. He was my pre-algebra teacher. He was like, I know what you got. Give it to me.
He wanted that crack? He wanted some free crack?
Yeah, I got A's for my crack. Yeah, we swapped it out.
Seriously?
Seriously, yeah. And I was at Bel Air High School, one of the nicest high schools in Houston. Wow. So I'm from the hood, but my mom made me go to school in Bel Air. So people who know that, like, oh, okay, you went to Bel Air? Yeah, but I didn't graduate. I went to, baby prison before I could graduate.
You got locked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. So you knew Scarface and some of these Houston rap legends from a kid.
From the beginning. Me and Scarface actually, we were at another label before that because I won a talent show. That's how I got the record deal. He was on this H-Town Records label. We just kind of briefly, he was DJ Action then. Okay. So we briefly met then, and he was like, I like y'all. Because I was in a group. He's like, man, come over to Shortstop Records with me. And come to find out, we had a mutual friend, which was Lil Troy's brother, Michael Jermaine. So I've been knowing him, and I'm like, oh, this the studio? So we moved right in, and it fit like a glove. So we followed Scarface there. Then when he went to Rap A Lot, I kind of was like, well, he doing too. I ain't going to the North Side, because in Houston, it's a big thing. South Side versus North Side. Right. So I'm from the South Side, so you're not going to do anything. It's like another part of town on the North Side. So I was like, oh, no, I'm done.
Yeah. Scarface has a song called South Side. He's always repping the South Side. What is it's like gangbanging culture, or is it just, like, explain the hood culture aside from the drugs, which obviously is rampant in Houston, even to this day. What is the hood culture like? Are there Bloods and Crips? Like, what is or is it more like affiliations, as you say, by neighborhood?
Yeah, it's more neighborhood. Like in the early, we only had like one faction of the Five Deuce Hoover Crips, but it was no Bloods to have enemies. So mostly it was like, I'm from the North Side, you from the South Side. You from Third Ward, I'm from South Park. So it's kind of like, if you from my side of town, we kind of allies. Depends on what has happened at Astroworld, because everybody met at Astroworld to go to have fun. It's crazy, right? We're supposed to be there to ride rides, do what we're supposed to do, but we go to Astroworld, and that's where most of the beef started there. It's crazy.
At the skating rink?
No, Astroworld was like Six Flags.
Okay.
It's the biggest like roller coaster joint ever. Come on now, Johnny. Like, man, it should be, well, we think Houston is like, but for us, that's like Six Flags here. Right. Astroworld. It was all made by the same people, though.
So you guys would set it off. It'd be on site outside of the,
outside of the hoods,
roller coaster,
or the shopping center, or wherever, the skating ring, like you said, like the skating ring or whatever. But Astroworld be the most common place that you meet, and that's where y'all get into it at. Yeah. So it was mostly like hood and sides of town. Yeah. Until the cars came.
Right. What, the cars?
That's our culture in Houston.
Okay.
So we have these things called swingers, where you see the rims poking out like this here, right? So on the North Side, they were like more grimy. Like, they gonna jack you. Like, we gonna take the money. On the South Side, we make the money. I guess we had more plugs than them, because it's crazy, because they did have all the big Colombian plugs back then. Right. We would have to go to the North Side to score. That's what's crazy. But the actual people out there putting in work were more like, jack boys, you know what I mean? And we were more like the hustlers. We gonna get it, you know what I mean? We gonna get the money like that. So that was another thing. So when we had those cars, we had the money, we would invest in those cars, and so we come through in those cars, they try to take the cars from us. So that's what started the whole beef with the North and South in Houston. Like, it's the big ever. Right. It just peace. I was able, 30 plus years, fast forward, to be able to go over there to their park in their neighborhood and actually make peace and do rap and, do our thing through a block party. Just now recently, it's my first time in 30 years ever going to that side of town.
Huh. Man, somebody must have got killed if there's beef that lasts 30 years.
Christmas Eve, we were kids, man. It was like, I guess I was probably about 20, 21. And we lost one of ours with the car. So they actually tried to take his car. And I guess he wasn't going for it that night. And so he tried to reach, and they killed him. That set off more war than you could. That probably today is still a little, like, even when I was doing the podcast and trying to bring unity and peace, it still was a little pullback, because nobody forgets about that first body, because after that it was this body. Now we got to drop one of y'all's. Y'all got to drop one of ours. We got to drop. It just went on and on and on. And even in prison, like, it's worse, because you go to that side. Where you from? South Side. You from Houston? What side? South Side. It's like Crip and Blood.
Right.
North Side. Oh, you know that we got to get that.
Yeah. Did you ever do a prison bid, like an adult prison bid?
3 times.
Wow. You're in the state?
In the state. Never been fed.
Yeah.
Never been to the big boys.
Yeah,
look, every time you see them fed boys, they adjust their thing like, you peasants.
No, but the state prison in Texas is not for play. Yeah.
Right.
We've talked to some people.
Yeah, you don't want no parts of it. Just know it's hot.
It's hot. That's what he said. He said in the summertime, he was in the box because he was like a shot caller or whatever, and he said you could spill water on your cell floor and it goes psst, like it's like frying an egg on the sidewalk.
That's funny. I was a ag porter, ag seg porter.
Yeah.
So I used to have to take care of those guys back there. So I know what you're talking about. Seeing them guys back there because Emmy and TS couldn't walk. They can't walk in our prison. So those guys, they're in the chute, like you say, so they call the shot. So they give me the willy, which they call a kite. I don't know if you're familiar with all that. But they give me the willy. I take it back, but I tell them, I say, hey, man, because a lot of them know me from the music. So even the Brown brothers in Houston, like, they are biggest fans from the Screwed Up Clique, and we'll go there from the music. A lot of them, once they find out I'm Mike D, hey, it's crazy. I can eat with them.
Yeah.
It supersedes anything that goes on with gang politics,
Right.
unless the big guy from somewhere that don't know it be like, oh, this might be no problem.
Yeah.
But when I get I bring them But state is horrible.
Yeah.
I did 12 years itself too, state.
Wow.
It's
What were you
bad.
down for?
Drugs.
Okay.
And trying to get some money, man.
Yeah. It's and most of the inmates are black, I've heard.
Yeah.
And that you look at the conditions of it and you're like, this looks a little like slavery. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me uncomfortable when you see images of Texas prisons and it's just seas of black guys,
Picking cotton.
right? Literally picking cotton. And I think they might still have the guards on horseback with the guns. You're like, oof, optically, this is
They don't do
not.
that in the feds. They don't have that now.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I
But
don't
yeah, it's brutal. It's plantation style.
Man, look at
So to survive that, you got to be mentally tough.
Man, it's bad, especially when they got you bending down and picking cotton and tell you can't look up. And if you look up, or if a rattlesnake bites you, you can't kill it because that's Texas that's state property. That's the coldest one ever. I know you heard that one, Five. You kill that rattlesnake in the field, that is, you getting a major case. That's state property. What you doing?
Put a case on me.
Yeah.
That rattlesnake's head's coming off, dude.
I know it.
So you were out there in the fields.
No, I never had to go to the fields, thank God. But I know all about it, though.
Yeah.
I know all about it. Being Mike D has its perks, man. They know I'm coming to the unit before I get there.
Really?
Yeah, I started off a boot black. For real. My first bid, I was a boot black. But that was from going to TYC, which is Gideon State Jail and Crockett State Jail.
Right.
It prepared me for prison. So I already kind of knew, how
to move.
in intake, what to say. Man, my back.
Right.
That's that. You know what I mean? I knew how to shuck and jive with them. But you go in there, you're a perfect bill of health, you go in the fields.
Yeah.
I don't care who you is.
Yeah.
Pimp C was in the fields.
No.
Hell yeah, until he got it, how to learn how to do time.
What was Pimp C locked up for?
He had a fight with a chick. Well, he didn't have a fight, but an incident happened at the mall with him and a young lady. And I guess the dude he was with or whatever, she was with, he smacked him with a pistol. And got an aggravated charge. That's why he was on the main yard. Like, he was really in a prison where he had to do real time.
And he had already blown up in rap at this time, right?
Hell yeah. Pimp C was one of the first ones. Him and Scarface, UGK, Bun B, they like SPC,
Yeah.
K Reno, those guys, they are Houston, the forefathers
Right.
of Houston, you know what
Wow.
I mean?
Those
A lot
4
of
or
people-
5 guys.
Yeah, a lot of people start with us. They say, DJ Screwed Up Click. But we always give those guys props, man.
Yeah.
Because UGK, we wouldn't be without them. Street military.
Right.
And they started it. But yeah,
Although I thought they were Port Arthur.
it's right down the street.
Okay.
It's right down the street. Much as they were there with us, we consider my brothers. Like,
Okay.
a lot of people say that, but it's like, y'all being funny. Come on. You got to give Pimp Houston and Port Arthur.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He was incredible. He was incredible. The way he represented Southeast Texas and just the way that he spoke and he sounded like a preacher mixed with a
Rapper.
poet, rapper. Like it was just incredible. Like, yeah, he really was one of the greats.
You know why?
Why?
It's because he made the beats, man.
Really?
That's what a lot of people don't know. He was a one-man band.
Wow.
So he knows how he's gonna sound. He knows how it's, like Zero, like these guys, when they make the beat and rap on it, it's different. It's almost like being a one-man band. When you making a beat, you know in your head, okay, this gotta be that gotta be that. That's why he was always better than everybody.
Because you know your own voice. So
right.
you know how to tailor the beats to you. Wow.
He also taught me that your voice is an instrument.
Right.
That's what he always told me. Say, you got a unique voice, Mike. He say, and that's your instrument. That's what he used to always tell me. Say, you use it. Scarface tells me that all the time, too. They like, nah, use your voice as an instrument. But that's how Pimp C was greater than everybody, though. Man.
Now, Bun B was kind of the straight man. He was the one who kind of like directed the group. You know, he was a little less reckless. He seemed a little more business astute, perhaps.
I'm gonna make you laugh. He wasn't always like that. Pimp is always the out, it's me, baby,
Right.
That's his character. But Bun B when coming up, he was about that. Like, and that's one thing that people better pay attention. Think about it. When they broke in his house with his wife and they had his wife hostage, what did he do? Pow, pow. He just had grown to the point to where when he got him cornered in the garage, well, he's more mature now to like, you know what? You're running away, go ahead. But he had already hit him like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
He wanted to know who it was more than he wanted the body. Like, why would you kick my door in? Oh, have my wife open the door, put a gun to her head, and she's the real gangster. Queenie, let me give a shout out to her because they're like, where you at? Where you at? She just didn't want to she didn't know if it was a hit or what. Like, I'm not going to let you take me to my husband. Go ahead and do what you got to do. He came out the restroom and heard the commotion. And got him, but like, now Bun is the professor, he's the wordsmith, he's the good guy, but Bun ain't to be played with. He just growed up throughout time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
mature.
So somebody pulled a home invasion on him, and it was a perfect self-defense shoot. He shot the guy, could have killed him, had the drop on him, and he let him go. I think he called the cops, right?
He did. We called Charles Adams first, our lawyer. He had to tell him to call the cops. I say, Bun, you gotta let the streets go, man. You supposed to call the cops first, man, because you know you got a time.
No, he's probably like this. Hey, Charles, what can I do here legally? Can I squeeze?
Can I kill this? Hey, if you get Charles on here, he'll tell you. He say he had to really like stop him from going. I'm like, no, you really can't do nothing after the delay now. Like he's like,
right, because he had time to think about it. And so if you have time to think and then you squeeze, that's when you're in trouble.
Big trouble. Big trouble.
It's ironic because Pimp C, rest in peace, died at the Mondrian Hotel. I lived right up the street from the Mondrian. I always associate, every time I pass by the Mondrian on Sunset in LA, I think about Pimp C.
Me too.
He died of lean, correct? I believe it was a lean overdose, or is that rumor?
That's just rumor. We're going to clear that up today about lean, too. No, he actually had sleep apnea to where, like, when you're sleeping, you ever hear somebody, they stop breathing, and they'll say,
yeah.
But they never wake up, though. And you're looking like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, that's what that is. You stop breathing momentarily.
Yeah.
So when he went to sleep now, I'm sure being on codeine didn't help because you're leaning and it's a little harder to get up. It's almost like you're paralyzed in your sleep.
Right.
So, and he had a bad heart too.
Right.
So those mixtures, that's what got him. He didn't wake up from his sleep.
So it wasn't the toxicology didn't say that it was.
It had lean in there because he had lean and I think a little snort in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll go off the edge every now and then. You know what I mean? He's Pimp C. You know what I mean?
Right. Was he did he struggle with addiction?
Yeah. Yeah, he had addiction problems. But at that time, he was just getting himself back together, having the most money he ever had in California.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to know him to know he at the top of his game, baby.
Yeah.
But before he left, you know, he struggled just like everybody else. I think that's what hurt our music scene a lot too, like drug addiction. It hurt us.
Yeah. Houston, I assume it's a huge drug market, so addiction has got to run rampant. In the music too, right? Especially with a genius like Pimp C.
Exactly.
And artists in general are crazy weirdos.
Exactly.
You know, if Diddy reveals one thing, it's just how goofy these rappers and really singers are. Yeah.
Because you feel like you have to be high to be in the mode
to create, right?
You don't.
No,
you really don't, man. That's some we lie to ourselves to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
and you're right. It's goofy as hell.
Today's episode is brought to you by CashApp. Do I really need to pitch CashApp to you? Have you been living on the moon? CashApp is the only app that we use, that I use, that my family uses, that everybody I know uses to send and receive money. And they keep adding features. They don't just send and receive money, they offer credit cards. And now they have the protections of traditional banks. Check it out. Scammers are everywhere. CashApp now offers built-in card security that keeps your money safe. When you get the CashApp card, not only do you get a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have an extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. If a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, CashApp has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured your account is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. They also have facial recognition and biometric authentication to access your account. They have Face ID. Boom, it can open your Cash App for you. That's amazing. Learn more at cashapp.com/security. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10, that's SECURE10, in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms do apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. But I bring up, the death of Pimp C and Codeine, or as the streets call it, lean, because that was like something you were known for in Houston. So, and I remember when this phenomena was going on. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What that is, what the market is,
man,
how big it got, especially in the South?
Oh, man. Let's go to the beginning. Okay, so it's been around. So that's what people don't, let's get that straight now, because everybody's going to say, he's not the nationwide drink, man. But yeah, it's been around, true facts. But let's start here. When we were doing it, our fathers, uncles, godparents would do it to replace heroin. So it's been around since the heroin. So when they can't get this, they take this here. And they might drink, they never mixed it in soda like we did, though. They drunk liquor, so they would use it as a chaser. So if they can't get that, a mainline, then they would go and that'll get them into, heroin is not a drug you want to have. A heroin is a drug you have to have.
That's right. You're sick.
Yeah, you're really sick. So
it was like their version of methadone almost, or?
Yeah, it's the only way to, cope until you get to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the thing. So we would come across it on the corner, like it's corner boys. So they'll bring it, might have some dope fiends come along with an 8 bottle, which is half of a pint. And we might grab it, or they might bring the whole pint. We get it, we mix it in beer. We were drinking beer back then. Easy everybody had the 8-ball rolling, you know what I mean? So if you're at my age, you know what it is. So we have like boxes of 40 ounces or Wild Irish Rose, Boone Farm, wine coolers, and we would mix it. But no cups, none of that, none of the double cups you see today, none of that. We would just drink it, chase it like we seen them do. So we call it sweet beer. It transferred over when DJ Screw music came out. So we would always, from the corner, it was crazy because like in Houston, we think all these neighborhoods are separated. Screw brought the South Side together. So those neighborhoods that didn't get along, got along at Screw House. Come to find out the same thing they were doing on their corners, we were doing. So we go up there, oh, y'all drink syrup? Oh, me too.
Right.
Man, hold up. What? I got this shit. Oh, you who we been getting it from? Because when I first got it, nobody was on it. I had cases stacked to the ceiling in 20, 30 boxes, bro, before people, this is when it was glass bottles. It was called bar back then, not what the last one. I guess if you're 35 and younger, you know activists. This is going to be a class for you today, fellas. So we was drinking. When my dad them did, it was Robitussin. When we had it, it was bar. So I had so many cases of this shit, but nobody to drink it.
You had no market.
I would get a bowl, because my family has a detail shop, Bam's Auto and Detailing. We wash your car. We right down the street from McGregor Park. So before you come on Sundays, go to the park, you come by a detail shop, and you get right before you go down there. So I'm knowing everybody from the streets and the detail shop, right? So I'd be like, here, drink this. They, man, what you drinking? I would get a bowl at my house, and I would pour like a Minute Maid soda in it. Ice, and we get the red cups, but the cups would sweat too fast. So one day, Big Mo, the popular singer, he had a styrofoam cup. He said, use these, crazy man, them cups out of there. That was the birth of the styrofoam.
Okay.
So from the punch bowl to the styrofoam to damn near like, here, drink it, forcing people, like, here, let's do it. Because you have a pint for days.
So you started out drinking it. Were you even selling it, or were you just giving it away at a party?
Drink all, you sell what you can. Hey, man, drink the rest. You drink all you can and sell the rest, basically. That was the motto, like Bluebell ice cream.
So you didn't look at it like this is a big business. It was just a fun thing that you were doing that you wanted other people to enjoy
just
with you.
Enjoy with us, that's all. Because few people doing, like I say, they were doing it in their neighborhoods, but they were going to like the Mercy House. Everybody would go to designated places. But I was the first person that was like
doing it out in the open.
Yeah, in the open,
Right.
and like, hey, now, okay. But a lot of people didn't know. So I would put it on this side of town, that side of town, that side of town. So people now, you can get close instead of going to these one or two places. So a lot of people didn't know, but like all them early people, I was the connect. So from the detail shop, it got to like known people coming up. When you come to a detail shop, you get your car washed. It take 30, 45 minutes. They pulling up in 4, 5 minutes, and my grandmother's in here working. And she like, why the hell these cars ain't getting washed? They pulling up and pulling off, Michael. You think I'm crazy. What you doing? My mom says, you know, they buying spray, because we also known for the spray. They buying spray, so she used to get on my ass. So I'm like, okay, I got to stop up here. I can't.
Right. Okay, so how much are you, why are you the connect? Who is your connect? Where are you getting it from? And what is it? What is bar exactly?
Okay.
What are the chemicals?
It's promethazine with codeine. Okay, so it's a purple drink that you mix with your, soda or whatever you choose to mix it with. So it's called lean. It's called drink. It's called bar, Barre, because that was the first company that went,
Right.
that went big with it. So my connection came through my godmother and my godfather. They pulled up to that same detail shop, and I'm knowing that he come in, he in there waiting on his car, and he just leaning. I said, man, he on that run or he on them syrup? I'm like, because we was like, not drink it every day, but when you find it, it's like you found gold. You're like, man, he on that shit. I'm telling Dave, I said, man, Leonard on Mr. Hunt on that shit, dog. I said, man, so I look up in his pocket, he got a pint bottle sticking out his pocket. So I'm like, oh, it's some drinking now. So I go to the car. She in the, Miss Rita, which is my godmother, she in there fighting the same thing. Now, when you on lean, you'll see people doing this here, just like a heroin addict. They be,
Right.
They hear everything going on, but this is what they call a drink nod. So they both in there doing like this. I'm like, oh, they feeling good. So I go in there, I say, hey, don't touch the inside of that car. I say, there's some drinking now. I'm finna find it. And I go in there, and he had a bottle under the seat. I said, man, I put it in my pocket, and I walk in there. So I'm like, hey, let me have that in your pocket. I wake him up, let me have that in your pocket. He like, man, shit, sure. I said, okay, look, so it was halfway. I said, well, I ain't gonna do this for you. Here goes something I found under your seat. He found that up under that seat, man, you can have it. So he let us have all that. I put it up. I tell Dave, which is my brother, I say, hey, man, we gonna have some fun after this, after we get off work. So he called me back over there and he say, Miss Rita, she say, you know what to do with that? I say, well, a few people, you know who drank that? I said, I know a few people. She popped the trunk. There's 10 cases in there.
Wow.
She said, go ahead and get them. Now, mind you, they not the plastic bottles and the smaller cases that people get today. These are the longer boxes with glass bottles. So when I say 10 cases, it's heavy as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we pick it up, we put it out. Now, mind you, I don't have nobody to sell it to. At that time, the cases was $300 to $400 a box.
Okay. And how many? 12
in each one.
Okay.
You sell them for $100 a bottle, so you're making $800 per profit.
Wow.
Per box. So you got 10 boxes you just made right quick.
Wow.
So
Thousands of dollars, AGs.
Easy. But finding the people to drink it was the problem. So what I did was say, okay, they'll buy a pint and come back in 2 or 3 days. I got to get it where they come every day, all day. So I broke it down and I went and got some pimento jars. The shit that pimentos come in. This is before the Gerber bottles, the 113s. So they were actually 115. So, 113s too. So I took it, boom, pulled everything out, poured them up so a pint would have 4 fours in it, right? So with that method, I'd have 5 fours because the 113 made you have 5. You're only supposed to have 16 ounces, which is 4 times 4 is 16. So this is where the school came in. Remember I told you?
Right.
I went to the good school, so my math is great.
Right.
So we got 4 fours, which I got 5. So now if I got every pint, I got a 4. So every 4 pints is a pint, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we can drink as much of this shit as we want. It don't matter because we're going to sell you the rest. So you only getting 4. So what I started doing was putting a box here. I put a box there, and then it just caught on. And then we start going to Screw House. Now I'm seeing everybody from every neighborhood. That's Mike D. He be having a drink. You know, streets gonna tell it whether you want to or not. Yeah. And that's how I really got my fame between BAMs and Screw House.
Right.
People would come there, see me, and they'd be like, associate me with the drink. And then that's how I just kicked off. It was like overnight almost, bro. We started blowing through 10 boxes in about an hour.
Oh my God. 10 boxes and each box has 12 pints
in so it's 120 pints. Easy, gone. Like, as soon as I get it, pull up at BAM's, 4 or 5 people pull up, they want it all.
And remember remind us, what is your profit off of a box?
Off a box, I'm selling them for $100 a bottle to the wholesalers.
To the wholesalers, right.
They selling it for $50 a pint, making $200 a bottle.
Right.
So they don't
just
mind
like, just like drugs.
So I'm making $800 off each one of these. So now I don't want to sell bricks no more. Right. I don't want to sell work no more. I don't want to do none of that. I only want to do this. When I get the drink, she called me. So they start trusting me so much, they took me to the U-Haul, to the storage place because they're older. Yeah. So they like, hey, we need your help today. So I would go to Dr. Tran office to the storage with them, right? And Dr. Tran's gone. All these people are gone. So I would go from there to, help them maneuver the boxes. Of course, if they giving me 10, they getting, 50, 60, 70 boxes.
And hang on, let me stop right there. So they're getting their product
straight from the doctor.
The doctor. Okay, so that's why there's a black market for it, is because you have to get it from the doctor, and the doctor's got to be in on it because these are obviously more than what's needed for medical purposes.
Right. Somebody got to be accountable for it. You got to go somewhere.
That's an insane amount of product,
That's why they stopped it here.
Right.
And we'll get there.
Okay, so it blew up like you're making brick money.
Easy. More.
So you're making like $8,000
just say a day.
A day, right. You're selling
4 or
boxes
5 times a week because that was the thing. Every time the pharmacy opened, that's when I worked.
Wow.
So if I missed the pharmacy, if they missed the pharmacy, it's the next day. So instead of 4 times that week, we might work 3 times that week. Or if they go every day, we 5 days a week.
And now you must have felt like you just hit the lottery.
For sure.
You'd done 3 shitty state prison bids.
This is before that.
Oh, this is before your prison bid.
I had only been to TYC by that time.
Okay.
I'm 18 with this here, like 17.
Wow.
I'm still basically a kid. So 18 to 21 is
Wow.
when we put it out there, and 21 to 26 before I even went to jail, before I even went to prison.
And so when you're at DJ Screw's house, this is one of your main marketing places that you do your marketing for the lean. what is the significance of DJ Screw's place? And who, for people that,
For y'all that don't know, rest in peace, Robert Earl Davis, DJ Screw, the greatest that ever did it, the biggest out the South. He created his own genre of music by slowing it down and chopping it.
Right.
So the screw tapes were for our cars, which we get to the culture. We're talking about the swingers in the North Side taking. So this is where this rap style was birthed. The style of music, this genre of music was birthed at his house. So being at DJ Screw house we were making personalized tapes for those cars that we riding in.
Right.
They weren't for public consumption. You know what I mean? They weren't for the public at all. So those tapes were made. I might have, all my favorite songs on there, and then flip it over. He'll give you 5 or 10 minutes to freestyle, if you want to do that. But not everybody raps. So mainly you would bring a rapper. So that's how it got popular. So Stick One would bring Lil Kiki over. Lil Randy brought me over. Corey Blunt brought Fat Pat over. Run G brought Big Pokey over. Such and such brought Big Mo over, who later became the whole Houston rap scene after DJ Screw passed away. You feel what I'm saying? So somebody brought Zero over.
Right.
So we all come, Lil Flip. You feel what I'm saying? And then, so at Screw House, this is where I might be doing my tape, but I don't want my tape to get out. This is my personal tape. When I'm riding in my car, my slab, this is my tape. You jam your tape. So people start paying Screw to get, man, come on, bro, let me get a copy of that tape Mike D did. I was over there with y'all last night. So they might, now I'm meeting people from different neighborhoods and they finding out, nah, he really got that drink, bro. We drunk from the time we walked in the door. I would bring 4 or 5 pints and just slide them to Screw. Screw wasn't even drinking at that time. I slide, people, everybody who there, here you go. I slide them a whole pint. Here you go. Pour it up. Go get you some sodas. Go get whatever you drink in. We don't drink behind each other. Go get that shit. And then by the time that make it through every hood, like, nah, that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And now, are you able to rap when you're slumped over like that?
Oh, yeah. See, you're not slumped until you put your cup down. That's the thing about syrup. It's never over.
You got to keep drinking.
You got to keep drinking. The longer you keep drinking, you going to stay up. The minute that cup empty, that's when you go.
It's like a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
You can't stop feeding the beast. And when you do, everybody gets wiped out.
Five will tell you, if I'm sitting in the car, we riding back, he'll tell you, hey, man, I already know. Because he know or when you sit down and you kind of like just get comfortable, you're out of there.
Right.
Now, he called it something the other night. What you call it the other day? What you say, narcoleptic? He said, man, as soon as he sit down, it's over. But that's how it is. Your drinking you don't slump until it's over.
Right.
But anyway.
And so basically you're causing, respectfully, an epidemic in the Houston area. I think it's crazy because when I listen to DJ Screw mashups and remixes and, a lot of times I'll just see like one of my favorite artist songs, but it's a DJ Screw mix and it's slowed down. It sounds like you're on lean. Like that's the effect is like, oh, this is like drug, opioid, promethazine music. Do you think the lean influenced that style or did he already have that style? That really slowed down, chopped and screwed.
People ask me that all the time.
Or was that just a coincidence?
It happened at the same time, bro. It's kind of like you can't have one without the other. It's like having, cigarette, no coffee. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the music went right with it because we riding around listening to our tapes. We made the tape on lean. We riding around listening to the tape on lean. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm going to have to say he came first, but it just kind of went with it. So when you was on the corner and you feeling good and that tape playing, you like, hold on, what's that? What's wrong with your radio? Be like, nah, that's that new DJ Screw. Yeah. Like, man. Right. So the people before us, of course, was laughing and like, man, what the hell is y'all doing? The OGs, the people I told y'all about, they didn't. Scarface would have had his songs on Screw tapes. He all ready to go. He'd be the go. Right. Because back then it was that piracy thing. So people were looking at Screw as like, he's copying the tapes. But to us, we like, no, that's my tape. But when you duplicate it and sell it, that's when it's a problem. We didn't understand that. We kids, you know what I mean? So, but Rap-A-Lot Records did. A few other big record companies did, but
Yeah. Today's episode is sponsored by Betterhelp. I use Betterhelp. I've been going to therapy with a therapist that I found on Betterhelp way before I did a podcast, way before they sponsored the show. Betterhelp is the world's #1 online therapy platform. They've got over 30,000 qualified therapists to choose from. They've served over 6 million people globally. BetterHelp is so cool because they will match you with a therapist who specializes in your personal mental health needs. And if for some reason you don't get along with your initial therapist, BetterHelp will easily and seamlessly pair you with somebody else at no extra cost. There is virtually no risk, nothing to lose, and everything to gain. Mental health. It is the only way to go through life, especially in these trying times. Check it out. You can sign up to get 10% off at betterhelp.com/connect. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/CONNECT. Once again, you guys, take control of your mental health. Do yourself a favor. Sign up at betterhelp.com/connect to get that 10% off. And, you know, this racket you have, so you're killing it. That's not something that's on the Fed's radar,
at all.
Right?
At all. The schedule haven't even went up yet. I don't know if it go up or down, but it hadn't been like rated yet.
Classified as like a Schedule 2
No,
narcotic.
it was,
Schedule
but it
1.
was. What's the lowest? One. What's the lowest?
So 1 is the highest. I think it'd be like Schedule 3.
It was a Schedule 3. Okay, so when it went up to a 2, that's when it got a little bit more on it. Now it's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
now it's a 1.
Okay. So tell us how that evolved. Like, how did you grow the business? What did you do with all your loot?
The music grew it at the same time.
Yeah, because they're marketing it. They're rapping about it.
It grew it, and I made the detail shop accessible.
Right.
So what I started doing was Pat Lemon, rest in peace. Let me give y'all his story real quick because it goes with me. So he would have the gallons, I would have the cases. So there's another faction of this called gallons. Because I had the cases on lock. Only a few people knew how much access I had because you got to know, like, I'm with my people and I'm one of the only ones they trust. There's a few other people dealing with them, but I'm doing the numbers, the hundreds. So they didn't have to deal with nobody else. They only dealt with me. Pat Lemon came, his wife worked at a wholesale place that distributed codeine to the pharmacies.
Right.
So he got his free. I had to pay for mine. This is where he lapped me, but we end up working together.
Okay.
So we brought both families together. So he came to my house. He had the same problem I had when I got the cases. He got all this syrup, nobody to sell it to. So Man Pooh say, I know somebody that might know what to do with it. He brought him to my house. Now, he brought me this gallon-sized milk. It's like a bleach-style jug. And it's 8 pints in there. And I'm like, bro, I sell the pints, glass. Like, they're not going to buy it if it ain't in this bottle now. Because I done moved on from they bottle. Oh, let me let y'all know, everybody got on to my 5-4 system. So they start getting the real 4-ounce jars.
Right.
So now I'm like, okay, well, guess what? I'm not going to sell that anymore. I'm just going to sell pints. So I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, I don't know what we going to put it in to make them buy it wholesale. You got to break all that down. So really, I'm like, he like, well, what we selling for this day? I said, I'm selling them for 100. So he started selling them for 80 in like other containers, but people were complaining about it not being in that paint.
Why?
So
because it didn't look good. It didn't look good. It's not good marketing,
if I
right?
buy something,
Yeah.
I want it to look right now. You go to McDonald's, right, and they bring you a Big Mac in a plain white thing that you get at the barbecue.
Like a styrofoam
You're
joint.
not gonna eat it.
Right.
Something wrong with it.
Yeah, it's just the same same thought process with crack. I want to have it in a glassine.
Vial,
I want to have it in a vial. It just looks better. It's classier, whatever.
That's exactly right, man.
Classy crack.
People buy with their eyes.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those situations. So I'm telling them, I'm like, bro, so he come back, he like, bro, this ain't working. What can we do? I say, bro, you're going to have to go back to the basics because now he's kind of, he don't realize he catching on. So now I'm like, you slowing me up because it wasn't a lot of pool of people that would just come. I want the people that want to break it down, 150 a pint. You know what I mean? Of course I'm gonna give everybody this, but I'm greedy like everybody else. So I'm like, hey, bro, what you gonna have to do is break it all down in the fours. He started doing that. And then he came back, he said, bro, this ain't moving fast enough. I said, well, tell you what, just give it all to me, don't worry about it.
You're playing his ass.
Yeah, because he getting 4 boxes. He getting 4 jugs 5 times a week, which is 20 jugs for free. So he's making head, and it's his wife.
Yeah.
Who pays their wife? Nobody. So he comes up real hard. Okay, so Patch, he moving and grooving, doing this thing. So I'm like, give it to me. Boom. I distribute it through my people, just give him the money. And then his slick ass started getting more. She started getting 2 and 3 and 4 boxes with 4 pints. So he giving them to other people like me, and I'm giving mine. So now we're making our competition against each other.
Right.
Like we're becoming our own competition without knowing it. So he rises, he goes, you know, like, and we doing our thing for years, bro. I'm talking about like people who know Pat Lemon, they gonna know this story. So he goes home one night. I'm waiting on him. It's New Year's Eve. I'm waiting on him. I'm like, man, go get me something to drink. It was one of them times we didn't have nothing. Now let me back up a little bit. We didn't know this was an addiction until the schedule start going up, start getting harder to get. Because the more that come out, it's paperwork come with this. The more the eyes get on it.
Right.
And we didn't understand that. Go get more. Go, get it all. We want it all. So we didn't dried it up. The doctor can't write any more scripts. He got to cover this with paperwork.
Yeah.
So every time it's a drought, we're not realizing that it's being bumped up a schedule and it's being looked at on the micro. No, like, damn, what's going on? Why is all this being sold?
Right.
Everything is accounted for.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on him, and I'm like, hey, bro, go get me something to drink. Ain't had nothing. We didn't realize it because your stomach be hurting. We didn't know we was on heroin ourselves. It's called a liquid heroin. We didn't realize that we having these symptoms. We balled up. Like, man, what the f***? I'm sick. I got the flu. So everybody starts seeing it at once like, man, no. So my godfather came and said, I told you about drinking in that soda. You addicted to this shit. Yeah. He said, you can't stop drinking. I'm saying, you got diarrhea. You got, like, you really on heroin.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is wrong with me, man? I'm too rich for this. What's going on, bruh? I need some drink. So the only thing, I need some syrup. So I'm waiting on Pat to go. Him and his wife get into it because he got another lady pregnant. He go home, and he bought a Mercedes. And when she found out he had that car and got that girl pregnant, she killed him. They had a fight. They ended up having a fight. She killed him while we were waiting on him.
That's a loyal chick, dude. That's a loyal chick. You can't have just me. No one will have you.
Nobody.
She killed him. So she killed the plug.
She killed. Well, she was the plug.
Right. Did she go to?
I made you. You're doing all this. And
right.
I made you. So they fighting under that pretense. She put it. I told you. Boom. Now let me rewind 2 weeks before that. We sitting in the garage, me and him. She come walking out. He say, Mike, man, you better talk to your crazy ass sister-in-law, man. I'm gonna kill that bitch. You know, this is how he talk. He just talking. He was like a comedic dude. Like, I'm gonna kill that bitch. That bitch got me f***ed up. This is how he really talk. I'm telling you, talk to that bitch. So I'm like, Pat, you crazy. She turned around and dead stride. She said, you better talk to him. Next time, I'm gonna kill his ass. I told you. She looked, I didn't catch it. I'm doing what you did. I said, whoa. But I really ain't catch it. I told you, that bitch crazy. That bitch shot at me. Look, we in the garage. Look up there, man. That shot at me. They had already had a fight, but she shot at him and missed.
Right.
So she told him, next time I catch you up, I'm gonna kill you. And when she turned around, now when he died, that's the only thing that plays in my head. Her turning around saying, nah, you better get him. Because if I pull my pistol again, I'm gonna kill that bitch. I'm gonna kill that bitch.
Yeah. Did she go away for that?
Nah. He had drugs in his system, PCP, powder, codeine.
So she just said
they had a record for family abuse,
domestic violence. Yeah.
It's crazy. She was my lawyer too. It's crazy.
What, the lady who shot Pat? Yeah. Pat's wife?
I'm gonna be honest. If he lived, they'd be together.
Right.
His wife.
Right.
So
Yeah, there's something kind of romantic about this in a sick way, dude.
yeah, it's his wife.
Incredibly
So,
toxic.
it turns you on. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You're like, man, shit, say I love you, bitch.
Yeah.
Because you at the hospital, you're like, you crazy bitch.
Yeah.
I could see him saying that. You crazy bitch, I'm gonna the shit out you.
Yeah, if I survive. Yeah. You imagine that sex after you survive a bullet from your wife, dude?
Oh man, it's gonna be
holy
hot.
shit!
It's
Someone might get killed.
Yeah. It's only made for movies, man, for real.
Wow.
So she ended up killing him, bro, and she was the plug. So I'm sure she dealt with other people after he died, which I do know one person she dealt with. That's wrong. One of his homeboys. We ain't gonna go there, but you and I know what's going on. But that was dirty. But anybody else that we don't know, that's kind of not our business. You know what I mean? Like, so it really wasn't no big deal except that one person that was doing it. You know what I mean?
But what did that do to your supply? I mean, did
it was great. I had the cases. Remember, he had the boxes. He had the jugs.
So you still had your other plugs.
I got my other plug. That was just like my side thing.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So I do that, and then it was to the point where I was really trying to control him so that mine don't get slowed.
Right.
He didn't have enough for what I had going on. I was basically out of pocket a lot of that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until it got too stacked up too high. And then I'd be like, don't worry about it. Because I use this profit and just buy that and just keep it to where I never run out. Once I found out you get sick, I vowed to never not have a empty cup. I do not want to feel that shit again in life.
You didn't say, I'm going to not do this anymore. You said, I'm going to make sure I'm always doing this.
I'm always doing this. I always got it. And the people that's looking and feeling like me always got it.
Right.
That's how I became the real drink man, bro.
Okay, so you stepped it up after the first drought you had, like the first serious drought.
Sure, we're never going to have that again.
Now, did you hear about the community, all the fiends now? Did you hear about them getting sick?
I'm in the streets.
Yeah.
We making screw tapes. We got a screw tape called No Drink. Right. Fat Peasy at the beginning. Drink man. Ooh-wee. We need you to sprinkle a little love out here, baby.
Wow. So
My
these
stomach hurt like a motherfucker, boy. I'm talking about. He actually made a screw tape talking to me and Pat Lemon saying that we need to step it up and put a little love on the streets.
So these rappers are addicted.
Yeah. Everybody at this point, by this time DJ Screw started drinking, everybody that's affiliated. Screw was his own radio station. Yeah. So when you got a screw tape, every day you go to his house. Let me explain this to you. So it's like, I don't know, you've been to a record store, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. When you go to Screw house, at 8 o'clock, he opened the gate. Whoever did the tapes last night, it's a sea of people outside. They've broken his house. They raided his house 2 times with 3 total. That the older house, they raided it just knowing drugs was in it because you got all the drug dealers outside your house waiting on you to open this gate at 8 o'clock. They didn't know what the he was in there selling, but they had to go in there and find out. So when they raided the first time, it's all documented. When you pull up, you'll see, they found nothing. They didn't even find, because they didn't know what drink was. I'll tell you a funny story about that after when we get to where we're going. And they didn't find nothing. So it wasn't no and it wasn't no bunch of drink. He might have had a pint I left over there or some cups or some sodas he didn't smoke weed, so it wasn't no weed there. You had to step outside and smoke weed. He started letting us smoke inside later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real. You could drink all you wanted, but it was kind of like he didn't want to smoke with his equipment at first.
Right.
So that's the crazy part about it, man. Like,
so it was a place where everybody would get in. That everybody was lined up at 8 in to get into DJ Screw's.
8 p.m.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To get to his house, like pulling up at his house, like at 8 o'clock. That's where we are. I'm sorry. Pulled up. You get your tape. So whoever did the tape last night, that tape is on the streets. So you might have 300-400 people. Literally, this is no gas numbers. Right. If I said 1,000, we gas it. But 200 to 300 people every day at 8 o'clock lined up, slabs to cars we talking about, people in their other cars, people in their foreigns. It's the drug dealer community. So when that tape dropped, it was like having a seed, like an album that dropped. So you selling 400 or 500 tapes when you the next day. So it's on the street. So it's kind of like the news press. What's going on? Everybody know. Like, damn, Pat made a tape called No Drink. Oh, you was sick too? Oh, I'm sick. Oh, man, I knew it, man.
Right.
And that's how it kind of spread.
Wow.
Everything spread through screw tapes.
That's fascinating. He's like his own radio station. He's putting out the news for the hood.
Every day.
Wow. Oh, so this guy's making millions of dollars.
People thought he just because he dressed, fair, no jewelry, no nothing.
Right.
Man, they still finding DJ Screw money.
Wow. That is
Slim
fascinating.
Thug like to say he made the most money out of mixtapes, but I beg to differ. You ain't been living long enough for one, son, and they still finding Screw money.
Right.
To this day.
Right.
Because he get up, go put it in this safe deposit box. He get up, put it at this.
Yeah.
They still finding the money to the day.
Was he older than you guys?
We were the same age.
Okay.
He just died in 2000, so it's been a while. And every year, his legacy gets bigger and bigger.
Totally.
And bigger and bigger. To now, it's like they talk like him, they walk like him, they act like him. And I say him, but it's that culture, the one the group of guys that made that thing pop off.
Right. Now, tell us how you grew the business after we lost Pat Lemon and they moved the schedule up.
Okay, so when they moved the schedule up and I lost Pat, man, it was more like, okay, now my plug, when the schedule go up, it's getting tight on them. So
Dr. Tran.
Yeah, that was their plug. Mr. Hunt was my plug through them. Miss Rita was really the plug. Rita was a woman, but of course you married, he gonna take care of everything. It's crazy because she would give me some and then he'd be up like I told you. Like he'll give me what he give me, and then she'll back door and say, just get the rest of them. Don't worry about it. Because I ain't got time to be with him. That's how I found out it was her. I didn't know until they start falling out. And now, because that go right with what you're saying, now they falling out. They have, our marriages go through right, and they only trust me. So I'll deal with him first, and he get whatever she got, he give it to me. Yeah. And then she'll come back after she drop him off with the rest.
Right.
Like, hey, you know what? Just move this for me, and you just call me with that money.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, damn, what's going on? So she finally told me, she said, man, this shit my shit, okay?
So what would like a re-up look like? Like if you're, what is like an amount of money in a codeine lean re-up?
I would get probably at our top, I would get like the whole U-Haul. So whatever's in there. If it's 100, I get the whole storage space. So like it's a room like this here, she might got 100, 150 boxes in there. Wow. So that's at our height.
That's wild.
And who can you trust them? You know what I mean? But
that's
one or
crazy.
two people. I had to put them in there.
And they would
can't show nobody where they at.
No.
So they older. I had to get the dollies and move it from to in there. Take my time. I put the truck there, leave, come back later, do it. They give me the key. So to where she just said, hey, just take the key, do what you do. You could just have it stored there. You just do back and forth. So every day I go grab 10 boxes.
Yeah.
I go grab 20 boxes. You know what I mean? Wow. Whatever I need for the day. And then I make my routes. And then I ain't doing nothing else for the rest of the day.
And then do you pay them after the whole load is sold?
Gone, yeah.
How much is that? What's the total revenue on
just go
150 boxes?
It had went up to 800. When we finally at our height before they cut off that particular plug cut off.
Right.
1,200. I'm sorry.
1,200 a case.
A case, and we start going up to the hundreds. So I started having to sell it for 200. They had to go up. So every time I go up, the price go up.
Right.
It was so much points in it.
So we're talking $1.5 million for a whole.
Easy.
Wow.
Easy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Easy.
That's a big responsibility.
And this is at the height again. Syrup is the only drug that you can have I can have 100 boxes today, right now today.
Right.
It'll be gone. If you go to the store, right, and come back, all I'll be doing is counting money.
Even like, today, you get them off?
To the boxes. They gone, bro.
Wow.
2 people came, 3 people came, they gone. It's the only one that people want all of it. They don't want some of it, they want all of it.
You think that's because the customers like you are like, in order to keep from being sick, I got to just keep drinking this?
That's always the number one thing. Right. But more than that, it's the fastest selling drug in the country, next to pills, I'm sure. But it's all in the same category.
But do you think that's because it's, unlike heroin, you kind of got to know what you're doing? You got to be able to,
Yeah, ain't nobody doing all
inject
that shit.
it and shit like that. But you could just, with this, you can mix it up. And why do you think it sells so fast as opposed to other opioids?
Because it's a rich man drug. Why did powder sell so fast? Because it was a rich man drug. See, it gives you the effects of heroin, but to us, heroin like a street drug.
It's like a junkie.
Like, some junkie. You looking at people who got money. Nowadays, a pint costs $3,600 a pint. So we ain't even went there yet.
No.
So we gonna hold on. We gotta walk it up. So now it's, when I was charging $25 a four and $150 a four, now it's $300 a line. No, a line. So go $4,800 is what you'll make off that. Now. And you pay $32 or $34 for it. Like Future them and the rich rappers that come, they want it all. Still today, it's just smaller scale. It's still the same mindset. They want it all. So now you got different types of syrup that people drink to make where they don't have that expensive habit. Like that's the creme de la creme, the activist, the guard, the purple shit. But you got yellow, green, red. You got, but it's not the same as that. Shit tastes like, that's the thing. It's not what you think until you taste it. So once you taste it, that's what gets you. You're like, damn, it's something about it being sweet and soda, and it's just like, you're like, oh my God, I've never tasted that. I call it the devil's blood. Because once you take a sip, it's over. The same thing as hitting that arm, but you're doing it in a classy way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So the price kept going up as the supply was constrained by the different scheduling, the rescheduling by the DEA. Okay.
Yeah, because now they starting to watch it because I'm not the only one that's doing this shit. We in Houston. So, and people tell you like, yeah, I'm the most popular to do it. I'm the first to do it. I'm the first of having like, okay, when it stopped, I started it back up like this again. I started it like this from the beginning with a punch bowl at the detail shop, and then when it got scheduled up, let's get to the point to where, like to say, every time the price go up. So when Mr. Hunt died, right, and they cut off everything for that, so Tran stopped, all that stopped because they couldn't keep up with the paperwork. I think Tran went to jail, and then it rolled down here. So Mr. Hunt ended up passing away. Miss Rita's tucked off, and now she don't want to fuck with it because it's getting too hard or not. She made her money. Just think if I'm bringing, like you say, $1.5 million, $2 million.
It's crazy. Every week or something like that, right? You could move 150 in 10 days.
Not even
14 days.
Bro. Not even that, bro. As quick as you come out, I would stretch it out to make sure that we had it make sure. Like I'm not doing shit until tomorrow's load is here.
Right.
Like I'm gonna do just enough to be able to pay for tomorrow's load. You feel what I'm saying? You want your profit in product.
Yeah, right.
I leave my money in product. You know what I mean?
Because it's guaranteed to move.
It's guaranteed, brother.
It's like cocaine in the late 70s. The problem is on the supply side. The demand way outweighs the supply. That's a lovely position to be in. Now, because it's, as the supply constrains, the price gets higher. That must have been lovely at the beginning for you, because then you could charge more, but there's a happy medium because you don't want it to dry up too much, because then, the demand falls off.
Exactly.
So what did how did that evolve and eventually end?
Well, it's crazy because when it got too tight for Houston, they barred it in Houston. After our run right there, they barred it because, like I was saying, more people start doing it. Like people say, okay, Mike, he did this, he did that, but I had a connect with 1,000 boxes. I had a connect with 500 boxes.
Right.
He was doing 100 at a time. He don't know I was doing 300. But nobody started it like me. You feel what I'm saying? It's like being Pablo Escobar to cocaine. You know what I mean? The drink game. So that's where they come off with that. So basically, when they banned it from Houston, now nobody can get it nowhere in Houston.
What do you mean? Who banned it?
The feds, the scheduler. Went up. It's
Right.
like got this, like boom, no more. No doctor touch it. Every doctor that touch it getting raided. Every doctor they getting what you call it when they going over their books and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah, they coming in
Audited.
audited.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get audited because what they was doing they couldn't keep doing. Right.
Right.
They was cheating. They was cooking the books.
Right.
They had to cook the books, but you can only cook the books so long. So you looking at all kind of people that's doing this here. So eventually, after they got that few people here, they plug went dry. My plug went dry. And then by me being most popular, people be like, "Hey man, hey bro, I got somebody that they might be." When I find out they coming from out of town, so these white guys coming from Dallas. I didn't know they had Martin Grove had a distribution in Dallas. So my boy, shout out my guy. No, the white guys at this time, they coming down in the U-Haul. So they got like 300-400 fucking boxes all over. Bro, we would literally load the back of the truck up. The guy that pull up to me, we load the back of the truck up, right? Because it's been a drought. We're in a drought.
Right.
Load it up, go sell it. Man, we ride. Turn the corner. Hey man, how many you want? He driving. Like, man, hey, I need one more person to help me. And then they give it to him. I collect the money. He's sitting in the driver's seat and like, hey, I'm on McGowan. I'm on such and such. Pull up. So wherever I pull up, it's like a line of with bank though, not no dope fiends.
Right.
These the drug dealers of the city. Drug dealers in Houston, they buy keys, ride slab, and sip syrup.
Yeah.
They want it, bro. And then if you got it, there's more money into that than it is in your regular brick game.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you want that. So if Mike D pull up, he got 1,000 paints. Shit, how many can I get is the question. Because whatever it is, it's going to be double profit. Remember that. That's how it's up to where it's at now. Whatever it is, drink, automatic, that's double. Heroin is the only better thing because you can 7 times, 6 times, as many times that it can take, right? So it's double. So wherever I pull up, it goes. So they pull up, they start pulling up from Dallas. They coming. So I'm like, dude, you can't let nobody else insure. You know, people can't keep their mouth closed.
Right.
Nobody can keep their mouth closed. So I pull up over there, and there's other strange looking ass that ain't supposed to be over here. And me, I'm always been like, you know, people know who I am and what I do, but you don't see me doing it. That's always been the thing. Like, Ghost, you think whatever, but you don't see me doing it. I got people to do it.
Is that lean in your cup right now?
No, not at all.
All right.
So
you should have brought some.
Yeah, I started to. We could have laid down. So after that, after the Dallas run, they start coming down. Most of the people got in our business, so it kind of, I don't know, I think they made too much money too fast. I think it scared them. We in there, we like on a pool table like this here, money this high. Wow. Man, all over. When they finish and we up in there, and I'm bringing the rest of my bag in, like the whales, they in here with them. It was to the point to where you make everybody else wait outside because they start dealing with other people. And I'm like, bro, don't have them in here while we got all this money, bro. Right. Come on, bro.
It's Houston.
And they seen them. And I told the guy that one time, I said, bro, them motherfuckers ain't coming back, man. That was too much, bro. You know how much fucking money that was, bro? He looked at me. He said, they'll be back. They ain't come back. So we had to start. So we went to Dallas. My mind, I'm like, shit, okay, so that's the end of the second time.
Right. And what did you take? What was your haul from helping those white guys sell all that lean?
I know I at least made $1 million. Wow. I went
like overnight.
Overnight. That's why I went. But it was a few runs. It wasn't just one run.
That's so crazy. Now, did you ever get you got millions of dollars you got to account for? Did you ever get, have some gangster shit happen to you? I mean, this is Houston after all,
Not during the drain game.
People will stick you up. You never had any Northsiders come down and try to
cars and shit like that, but I didn't really like them like that. I only had like one slab. I like to ride Mercedes.
Right.
Comfortable.
Clean, comfortable, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. So plus I went to Bel Air, so I kind of knew to move better with my money. Right. Do different shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, so it wasn't no big thing because you got to think from 18 to 26, man, it wasn't shit to touch $1 million. You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't shit to have that shit on hand like that. So when you go through multiple years of having that kind of money, you kind of already know how to move. You know what I mean? Right. So you know better. So when it stopped when they stopped coming from Dallas. I went to Dallas and I met a friend of mine down there named OU, and basically, he was the plug down there. He wasn't as heavy as they were, but he telling me, he said, "Hey man, what you want in California?" I'm like, "Man, I'm not going to California." Man, you crazy as hell. Me, man, bro. All the time I'm thinking is gang banging. If I take $30,000 to California, I think they're gonna kill me for it.
Yeah.
If I take that, what are we gonna do? I'm going up there. He can only fulfill so much. So I start trying him with the money. Like, here, you take 50 down there. You take 100 down there. And every time it'd go up to where he was like, "Bro, come on, I'm telling you, come." I'm like, "Bro, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." So Lil Flip at this time, he's the top rapper in the world.
What year is this?
This is Game Over. What year was that? 2000 or 99? No, that was what, 2000 something, right? Flip was doing his thing. So whenever Flip was doing his thing, so that was like 2000. It had to be like 2001, 2002, right? So when he doing his thing, he like, "Come to the video shoot." He want me and Big Hawk to come to the video. I'm like, "Okay, all right. We gonna go." So we go out there. I'm like, man, so Flip has this guy. It's crazy because Hernandez Govan, the guy who killed Dolph, he was Flip's friend, and he knew the plug. I just put that together recently. I said, man, it was him for real, bruh. Like, that's who the we met the plug with right there. That's why, because he was saying some shit on Lil Flip on another. And I was like, man, bro, that's crazy. That's the dude, how the world come back 360. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he knew the plug, basically. So when we went down there, I was like, all right, we got it. How do we get it back? Because we only got like 100 pints.
Where'd you go?
I went to Los Angeles.
Okay.
So when we get down there, everything was what they said. Like, everything was what it was. We met somebody.
Yeah.
It wasn't even my friend Connect that we met. It was through Flip. You know what I mean?
Right.
The guy, I said Hernandez, no disrespect. Hernandez go in. So he get us what we want. And I'm like, how the we gonna get it home though? We in Los Angeles, California. So a friend of mine showed me a trick. I ain't gonna tell y'all. So basically, it was a wine box trick. And when he did that, we just had to start taking it out of its regular formation and get it back home. Let's just say that. In case there's people still doing it.
You driving it back or?
We flew it back. Wow. This is before the liquid, the guy that the straps, I guess it was some bomber had strapped some liquid bomb to his nuts or something on the plane and they stopped letting liquid.
I see.
Basically, that's why you can't go over with 4 ounces of fluid because of that guy.
Okay.
And this is pre that. So before he did that, we would just, you could have much liquid as you want on the plane.
So you could just
be in the form. So I'm gonna let your imagination. So if you had to take it out of something and put it in something and disguise it and give it to a TSA, what would you do? So we had to come up with that. Let's just say that. So we took it out, 3-4 people, and get it back. Now you got the task of something going because it's nothing in Texas. It dried up in Houston.
Right.
Hell, I think we dried them up in Dallas.
Right.
Because we never seen those guys again. And then we're in LA. And it's a brand new game. And we back to $50 a pint.
Right.
With $400 at home. Right?
Right.
Profit.
That's
so
cool.
now we back to, but I can't get the numbers that I once had. But I can get enough to make some damn bills get paid.
You mean you can't get the quantity?
Can't get the quantity.
But that markup is insane.
Insane, man. I'm talking about it's crazy. All you need is 100. All you need is 200.
Right.
You going out there, you killing them.
Right. So this isn't really like a junkie market, even though you get addicted to it, you get dope sick when you don't have it. It's like people get used to having it not around. But then when it comes around, they're like, oh yeah, it came through. Let me get it all. Right.
Get it all from Young Thug to Future to this day. They all want it right now. Migos, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
All of them.
Did you ever supply any of those guys? Can you say that?
Yeah. Wayne,
okay.
Wayne. Yeah.
It seems like he's on a lot of lean.
Well, he has a big tie to Houston.
Right.
But it was through a friend of mine, Sam. So he would Sam introduced. He was the music manager for us. So like we doing concerts. Also, don't forget we got the music shit going on too.
Right.
Now.
Yeah. Tell us about that real quick.
Yeah. So So Sam was our manager, right? So when DJ Screw passed away, we still moving forward. This is before Swisher House and Slim Thug and all those guys, Mike Jones and all those guys hit the scene. We are the better half of that. People say, oh, they took our style and ran off with it. But Sam was our manager, and Sam did concerts everywhere. And he had connections with Wayne, and that's how he had me and Wayne people all the time.
Right.
So whenever I get it, I just fly to Wayne. This lollipop Wayne. This is liquor like a lollipop. I'm talking
the height of his era.
The height of his era. We pulling up, and this is that Wayne. And I want it all. One man.
I want it all, man.
That's him. That's why when he didn't have no more, he still had it because he buy everybody's shit.
Wow.
He had the money to do it. He wasn't selling it. He just stuffing it.
I know Jewel's 2 Chainz was about it too. Titty Boy.
Titty Boy was about that shit too. Man.
Yeah.
He get it and put it up too.
Wow.
Joel Santana put him on it.
Yeah.
Right? I know where he going. Yeah.
Well, but I think he really fell out because of lean. This is what I heard. I just read it in a magazine. Cameron is, talking about
that's
it.
What took him down.
That's what took him down was a lean addiction.
It's always gonna be the people that don't drink lean that say that.
Right.
I think those guys were getting so much money and doing so many different things that, it might have made them lazy. It might have made them not on time and this, that, and the third. But I think they at the most creative stages when they up late at night doing that shit.
Right.
Even with Wayne's voice, it helps his voice. He tell you like, oh, if I got that, it's gonna be magic, baby.
Oh, wow.
Like Ray Charles.
So you think it added to their creativity?
Magic, baby. Yeah, I do.
I mean, it certainly added a lot to it. Did because a guy like me from the West Coast, I'm a casual fan of this Southern rap, I would say, but that made it back to me. Like everybody knows, everybody hears it. Oh, drinking bar. You're like, that's
noticing
that's cool. Like, what is that? We assumed it was this concoction of promethazine and
Codeine and soda.
3 6 Mafia too was really like blew that whole phenomena up in the early 2000s. But so if it's now like a delicacy where it's not a constant product like cocaine that's just all relentlessly being trafficked over the border, right? It's something where if a connection can get it from a dirty pharmacist, right? It's like random. Sometimes they get it. It doesn't seem like it can be a consistent market. So my question is, do people that depend on lean, when it doesn't come around, do they go and start using things like heroin? Have you seen that?
I hope not. I think pills took over. I think the pill epidemic took that part of it over, so people didn't have to go to heroin, I guess.
Okay, so they go to
I've never personally heard of anybody that went from lean to heroin.
Okay.
But I've definitely know people that go from lean to pills, like
benzos?
I would say more like Roxy's and Narcos and hydrocodone. However you say that.
Hydrocodone?
Yeah.
Hydrocodone?
Yeah, hydrocodone.
And that's
codone.
Hydrocodone.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also a drink.
No, it's in pill
Okay,
form.
I see.
See, I was in prison when the pill epidemic hit.
Right.
So all the opiates is pretty much the same. So syrup, pills, all that shit is opiate. It's all in one big family right there. And I think people just start doing that's what drove the opiate crisis. All that made it a opiate crisis. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. But I caught the ass end of that shit, but I wasn't here when it started. So when I went to jail, I told somebody, I told Zero, man, would you buy this shit if it went to $1,000 a pint? The drink. And he said, no. I say, get ready. It's coming. I was getting them before I left in 2008, bro, I went from $50 in California, Los Angeles, all the way to $400. All the way to $450 out there. Yeah. So when I'm coming home, it's $800. I had made so much money on the left side. I'd be like, okay, look, I ain't gonna do y'all like that. $650. Come on. But you gotta buy it out right now. Right. And I'm gone. so I can get back, because everybody start finding out about California.
650 wholesale in Houston for
250 profit
for a bottle.
I get 100. That's 25 grand. I'm gone.
But that's insane. So a fourth of that they sell for $1,000. Crazy.
No. A fourth of that would be, if it's 650 here, so it'll break down from 700. So you'll go up to the highest number,
right.
And then you say, 175, 200, or 4. So that you make about 800 off each bottle.
Okay.
You bought it from me for 600, 650.
Right.
I was paying up to 450 in California.
Yeah.
So when I get here, I got 100 or 200 of them. That's 25, 50,000. I'm gone. I go back and I go get some more. I fell in love with Los Angeles. Let me say that. I had a house there.
Yeah.
They didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I'm walking through gang territories, because now I'm getting it so low because I could go to the pharmacies there. It hadn't scheduled up there for some reason. Or the way they hustle, I don't know, the liberal state of mind, they don't care about the doctors hustling. Here, they care about all that.
I don't get how a federal schedule is different state to state, though.
I think it's the way they let them hustle in California.
I don't get it, though. If it's a federal law, if it's a federal rescheduling, why would it be different in California than Texas?
The way the doctors hustle. That's what makes it.
Oh, so the doctor's just breaking the law more. Okay.
They doing it, but it's not as on the hot sheet. See,
right.
You go, and a lot of these doctors, you got to realize, when they get on it and they start hustling, right? Even with the pill mills, what happens? They get a sheet of those doctors who just doing crazy numbers, and that's the ones they go hit. So they start hitting everybody in Texas.
Right.
We was on the hot sheet. You feel what I'm saying? So it got harder to get there. So it's not that they couldn't get it, they wouldn't touch it. You get a script for some drink, man. Like, what? No, man, no. The answer is no, we don't have it. You used to go to CVS and get that shit. So it was still wide open in California. It was still like, hey, we don't care. Kind of like when Florida started selling the pills.
Right.
We even look at Florida like, damn, they was getting it like that.
Right. So it hadn't caught on. Cali wasn't hot yet.
It wasn't hot yet.
Okay.
And they let them doctors hustle their ass off.
But then why did the price go from $50 wholesale for a pint to $4.50?
Everybody's trying to go get it. So when I leave now, my people now, they start spending. Talk too much.
Right. Bro. So now you have way too much competition trying to get a scarce product.
You know how it went up? Because when I'm there, I'm like, okay, look, all right, how many you got? How much you want for them? 200? Okay, I give you 225. When you get some more, I'm gonna pay you $25 more to just sell them to me.
Right.
But when I leave, somebody else pull up and they say, oh, you charge them $225, I'll pay $250. Then when they leave, the next person pull up, I'll pay $275.
Right.
Now I'm coming back and whoa, what you mean? Oh, bro, it went up $275. But it's like it was doing this. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go mess with this other guy. So by the time they all got on this, it took a couple of years for them to get all on the same page in California because it was new to them. I used to walk through the neighborhood, go to in the middle, I'm talking about Main Street Mafia, Crip neighborhood, go to their pharmacist, meet the security guard.
Right.
He load my car up in front of these guys. And they looking, that dope fiend, they drinking that bullshit from Texas, not knowing we was getting hand over fist, because they looking at like, $50 a bottle, $25 a bottle. I tell you a funny story. We got busted out there one time, right? This I ain't gonna say lame. This how green they were with the game in California, right? So I get off the plane. My brother and them already at the hotel. They in Gardena, right? So I ain't never been to Gardena. I like to kind of stay in like the rapper part of LA, like Sunset. Mm-hmm. 110. I just
Melrose.
Remember the 110, the 101, the Lancashire, and I remember all these streets. Like I like to stay there. That's where I stay at because
you just named like gigantic area, swaths of Los Angeles. You're being very broad. So what did you like to stay in North Hollywood, the Valley?
I like in the Valley. Yeah, that's what.
There you go.
So I love it. I think I had an apartment off Lancashire. That's why I
remember.
Yeah. So, and then the studio was kind of close to that. So we go there and we kick it and load up the paints, but they at the room, so we collect in the hoods, and then at night we take it on back to where we're laying down at.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you would go to hit different pharmacies in the hoods to get as much as you can from different. So you knew a lot of doctors.
We knew a lot of people that worked at the doctors,
Right.
the doctors, the security guards, the gangbangers, they mamas, they cousins, they aunties, everybody. If you got syrup, we want it, and we there.
I feel like this is slept on. Like nobody talks about that.
That's why I
coming
told
out
you,
of
like,
LA.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, we opened that bitch up. And when I tell you nobody was drinking, now it's an epidemic down there. They drinking syrup.
Right.
We left, man. Now check it out. This how green they was, down to the police. Bro, I fly in. They had a hotel. We didn't Uber. We called a cab then. Called a cab to there. Now, before I got there, I bought 100 pints on the way there. My buddy already called. He like, hey, man, I got 100 over here. So I stop over there, grab them. I'm dragging these suitcases, right? These plastic bottles, so they're nowhere near as heavy as the glass bottles.
Right.
So, but I got 2 luggages, and I'm dragging these bitches, and I hate the room with the outside. Like where your door is facing the outside, anybody can walk up to your door. I hate those kind of rooms.
A motel? Yeah.
That's what that would be, a motel. Man, I hate it. So I'm talking shit. I'm like, bruh, why y'all get this rag-ass hotel, motel? You said motel. Why y'all get this with this dough? I'm talking shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm smoking this, in California good. I'm smoking. And I look that way, I see 2 county sheriffs, right? 2 brown suits, I guess they police or county sheriffs, whatever they is. They walking up, and I do this here. Now, I'm from Texas. Weed is illegal out here. They don't give a fuck about no weed in California. I still have to adjust to these things, right? So I swing the door back. Instead of me pulling it, I kind of go in the door like that, and I got the weed. That stuck his baton in the door. What the you doing? I say, nothing much, sir. Just, y'all in here getting high, huh? Open the door. It looks like a insane science class in this. We got Tide detergent. We washing them out because we had to have all these different ways to get it back. We got grape things. We got all these different ways to get this shit back home, right? In there, but we got pint bottles everywhere, and they empty, and we try. Like, what the are y'all doing in here? Now, this is you say motel, right? This is a motel with the beds right there already. There's no privacy, no nothing.
Yeah, it's ghetto as
My brother Duke, for some reason, he just thought that running and jumping on the shitter was gonna get him out. He gonna jump on the shitter. So I'm sitting there by the door. I'm closest because I'm the one that was right there. And he like, what's going on? He like, man, what the are y'all doing in here? My brother Milk come up with, man, we making a concoction. What y'all making, that damn college date rape drug shit you putting on them girls? They thought we was making like some roofie shit that we spiked with the drink. What the fuck is this? So he looking at the bottles and like, man, those are over the counter. That's like, y'all got cough syrup in here? What the fuck? Because they say it's cough syrup on them.
right.
He like, they reading the bottle and he said, cough syrup. Oh, this ain't shit. I said, yeah, that's come over the counter. We use that to spike it. Why do y'all have so many? I'm like, shit, that's how we, make the college drug.
We're addicts.
Yeah.
We're junkies.
Yeah. Like, that's how we do it. No, I'm going with his shit. He talking about it's a roofie. I'm like that because he talking like, oh, that ain't shit. Like I could tell his vibe. Like
you don't look like a college student, Mike.
I know, right? And he like, it worked. I'm telling you, bro. Because that say, all right, come on. Now, I had a warrant in Texas. My brother had a warrant. So they put us in the back of the police car. So now they got all my money out. Hey, I got $20,000 in every pocket. I'm talking about this, counting all the money out. So we in the back of the police car. So they got all this shit. So in Texas, we fried. We gone forever.
What do you have warrants out for in Texas?
I had warrant for some, we were taking pills from Texas to Louisiana, and we got caught on the highway. So I had caught the charge in Beaumont.
What kind of pills?
It was the hydrocodones.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was taking them to Louisiana along with the drink. So they caught us going out that way, but it was during when they had that hurricane and all that shit going on.
Katrina. 2005, Katrina.
It was one in Katrina, and there was one after that one.
Okay.
You remember that other one was? Allison?
Ike.
Yeah. So it was 2 of them back to back. So
Ike,
Katrina
I
brought
like
them
that.
all to us, and then Ike up the whole court system. So I had a warrant, but it washed Beaumont out. So no, it's a whole gang of us with warrants. We didn't know.
Right.
So when they pull up my name in the system, it's a warrant. Like, cause we ain't went back to report the court shit. So the motherfucker go down there, he like, he count all the money, he take us out there, he like, we thinking, man, we fried, bro, it's over. Cause we was in Texas, I probably just not be getting out.
Really? So there was that many pills you got knocked with?
No, this was that many bottles of drink. We in California with the syrup. Now I had an open warrant for the pills back in Texas. I'm thinking they got us in the back of the car because of the syrup upstairs.
I see.
They got us in the back of the car because of the warrant.
Right.
He got a warrant, but nobody else in the car but us two. I said, man, you think they talking? I'm thinking, I said, man, you think they, man, what's going on? The lady come to the car, she opened the back door. Day y'all lucky day, man. Go ahead and we'll holler at y'all. We don't give a damn about that warrant in Texas. Straighten that shit up when you get back home. See, California won't extradite, won't come get somebody from state to state. Texas is the only state that'll come get you anywhere in the world. They'll come Japan for a parking ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They need you working in the fields.
Exactly. But California is so laid back when it come to that shit, bro. They was like, we don't give a about that shit. Y'all take care of that shit when y'all get down there. He say, man, and matter of fact, come on up here. Let me count this money out. So I'm like, oh, they trying to get us with the money. I'm overthinking myself now. Like, I'm like, oh, they trying, if I say this my money, feds coming, all this drink up in here. Oh, we finished, bro. And motherfucker here, man, I'm talking about, bro, he count the money out. He like, so this your money right here? I'm like, we used to, I don't know what to say. When you get caught on the highway, you get caught with money, it's not yours. It's a case. That's why all I know is to say, yeah. yeah. Who money is? Is it your money? no. I'm like, what the? I don't know what to do. He like, look, it's either your money or the it's not. If I gotta call my superiors here, we gonna have a problem. If this your money, just take your money. I just don't want you saying we took some of it. Now, mind you, he got a big ass camcorder in the back over him, and I'm like, man.
How much money was it?
It was like 80,000. I had 20. I remember that because I had 20,000 in each pocket. So
did you guys never consider you got $80,000? You never thought, you know, we'll get a hotel. Hey, we'll spring for we'll spring for a Holiday Inn Express.
I was mad about, boss. You feel me? Now you feel me. That's why I had the door open. I'm talking shit.
But you wouldn't be you. Houston cats wouldn't be Houston cats if you did the right thing.
Right way.
Right.
And also they look at you so crazy in those hotels. I used to go to
That's true though. That's a good point. Yeah.
They look at you. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like you doing something wrong. And then we like to smoke that loud ass weed.
Right. Well, yeah, and when you're hauling literally cases and cases, you probably couldn't do that in a nice hotel.
You can hide from the city there, but you're actually hiding in the police site.
Right.
It's like you being like with them. Because even them, like, hey man, get the money going on. Like,
right.
Man, cut the camera off. He say, look, I know what this not Texas. We don't give a about what y'all down here doing. We care about guns, cocaine, and murders. If you ain't doing that, get the out of. If you doing that, get the out of our state. If you doing whatever y'all doing, hustling, we don't give a. I'm still like, no, yeah. He like, look, take your money. We get on. So we sat there in the room. Basically, he didn't take none of the drink. He didn't take none of the money. We sat there in the room thinking all night that when we leave, that's when we gonna go to jail.
Right.
Not that they don't give a but that's how green they were to it. We stayed there all night, moved out, nothing happened. You know what I mean? We got away. It was like, damn. So when we did that, it opened my brain up. And I said, they don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Man, we started every which way to get up out of it, driving it, flying it, mailing it, shelling it. Wow. Whatever way we could get it home. That's how we did it from that. It did something to me, and that took us to the next level. Like, man, oh, shit, it's over.
Your lean journey isn't over.
No. I just kicked in part 2.
You just had like a renaissance from this Cali Connect.
And it came all the way back over. Only thing that stopped us in 2008, I went to prison. I would have probably still been selling them for whatever price they is right now had I didn't go to jail. Because it allowed the pocket to open wide. So now so many people became the drink man. You know what I mean? Because now it was like, everybody wanted to do what I was doing.
So how much were you supplying in 2007 compared to like 1992?
Nowhere as near, but we were making good money.
But the price point was way higher.
The price point was way high.
Right.
See, we went from hundreds of cases to hundreds of bottles.
Right.
Because you can only get so much back.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
What was a regular re-up coming back from California?
I would stay until I run out of money. So what I would do is have them come in, go out, money come in, because you got to regulate how much you got coming in. So
On the
I
airplane.
try to keep it like 100,000. So I stay from Monday to Friday, and then I go home until I get tired. Wow. Until they telling me, it's going to be on Friday, and then it'll be like, well, you probably need to come back Monday. We ain't going to have nothing until Monday, so I sneak back home. Because it's rolling by itself, and it's on autopilot at this point.
So you're moving 100,000 a week,
Easy.
buying 100,000 and then shipping it off. And then what can you turn 100,000 into?
You're going to double. And then it went to like 250.
Yeah.
So like when everybody start fighting the prices, it start going up. Instead of the double, you're making 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're making 300. Now you're making 250. Now you're making 200.
Right.
And it got to be worth it for us to go. I would never go over 250 a pint profit.
Right.
If I'm spending 400.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So
you had a team back here in Houston,
and they running through it.
Wow.
They running through it. So what I do is have that team when that girl make it. Strap her up with their money, send her back, boom. So we keep it. I try to keep at least about 100,000 at a time. So we have somebody in the air at least 3 times a week.
With the cash or the work?
The cash.
The cash. How do you? So you put the 100 G's in your checked luggage?
Well, you probably just as you go, each person different. Yeah, you can put it in your checked luggage. You could have some on you, some put up. You know what I mean?
Did you ever get stopped? You ever have mules get popped with the cash?
Yeah. All the time. Anything going to LAX now seem like get popped. Like,
do they seize the money or?
Hell yeah, they've done that a couple of times. But more so, like right before I got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they were kind of targeting those airports. Then it seemed like how when one person get popped, they tail on what everybody doing. So then I moved to Ontario County.
Right.
You know what I mean? To that airport. And then we just move around, like trying to move around to each, you know what I mean? Each one of the little airports.
And you could lose 100 G's and get it clipped
rolling.
and keep rolling?
I'm going to tell you how serious that game was. I would have, and this was real, it would be sold before it got there. People would send their money to me. I would make profit while I'm out there. I'm already got the profit when I'm in. So I would stay in California. So when you say if you send me 150 grand, probably about 50 grand is mine off the top. And I just get your shit, send it from, and then I use, by the time 3-4 days over with, if I'd have made 200,000, I'm playing with the house money at this time. So if I sit out there and make 200,000, before I leave, I'll score it with that 200,000 and go home. Now I took care of everybody else. So now I come home and then I'm,
I mean, this is the best hustle I've ever heard of. Can I do this? I'm doing podcasting. I'm working way too hard, man.
Why are we doing podcasts?
Wow.
This is just not around. You can't get it. You can't get it in abundance no more. That's why I don't give a about talking about it, because nobody can find 100 pints. Nobody can find 50 pints. You may get 3 or 4 pints, and if you mad about 3 or 4 pints selling the game, then that's some sicko shit.
So do you think that because the supply constrained it's become a delicacy now? Because it's so expensive when it does come through that only rappers, only Future and 2 Chainz.
Big drug dealers.
Right.
Even these rappers be going broke on that shit, bro. Because if you're trying to drink something that costs $3,000 a bottle, right? I drank. So meaning, if we drink and we get a pint on that table, that ain't gonna be there tomorrow. We gonna drink. We gonna drink this shit. Right. I'm gonna put a 4 in there for you and a 4 in there for me, and we finna get high. We got the drink on the table, and I got you to do it like, man, let's do some lean, mate. Right. And then we drinking that shit. So that's $3,000 every other day. So that's $1,500 a day. The habit is stupid as to have right now. I don't care how rich you are. You going broke on that shit, brother. Like, for real, like, if you taking that and you got, just say $1,000 a day. Just say if you can't, bro, that's $7,000 a week.
It's 50, 35, 50 G's a month. Yeah. So it would be like a hedge fund manager from New York drinking
30
like
grand a month.
drinking like the highest end aged whiskey,
VSOP.
Scotch, VSOP. Right. Okay.
Every day though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Getting the tea. And I've seen that too. And that's kind of what had me like on that, like, damn, people do that because they might have Louis the 13th got
Right.
$7,000 at that dinner. Then they have another dinner that's, you start stepping to the other side of life. You start seeing it like, oh, shit, it's just different levels to the game. Stupid on this level too.
Right.
Okay, but to just dry drink syrup, to me, 28,000, 30,000, something you finna pee out every month. I know it's some other shit you could have did. Because at the end of the year, that's what. You making street money. You ain't really making. These people doing that, they done just popped $1 million deal somewhere.
Right.
$5-6 million deal. They can drink $7,000 worth of Louis the 13th.
Yeah, most drug dealers can't drink
Hell no.
$350,000, $400,000 worth of shit every year.
And sustain.
Right. And so,
or a rapper.
But it is habit forming though. Then
very habit forming.
So, because I'm trying to understand. All right, if there's a huge market in the height, in the good old days, right? The '90s, early 2000s. What happened to all those addicts? All those people that had the habit?
They on pills and they got their life together, or they on pills.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? They on the next opiate.
I gotcha.
See, just an opiate is. The thing about people don't understand with opiates, like the next opiate will take you over, like, you know what I mean? That's why it's such a big crisis with that shit. It's such a big problem, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would say go through the 7 days. It's only 7 days. See, that's what we didn't know how long that shit was gonna last.
Being sick.
It's 3 to 7 days.
Right. And you're not gonna die.
You're definitely not gonna die.
It feels like it. Yeah.
But even the pills, man, get off that shit, man.
Yeah.
I take the 7 days, man.
Mm-hmm.
Your whole life gonna open up. Man, when I went to prison, man, my whole eyes opened up. I could see, I could hear, I could talk. I was like, man, it's like I was living in a big cloud.
Right.
Like in a big fog. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I couldn't. And then when I finally got myself together, I'm like, man, damn. I feel great.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're just living in your problems and you suppressing everything, man. That's why people killing themselves at a long rate these days.
I know.
You know what I mean?
What'd you go to prison? What'd you go to prison for?
Man, drugs. Yeah,
so you went down for that bid that you talked about, the pills?
I did. That was the last time. That was this last time. You're right. And
but tell us about that.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, because that's what ended your run
thing.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was bad, man. It was bad. At the end, I was wanted in Beaumont. I was telling you about. I ended up catching a case in California. Finally ended up going into FedEx. I caught a case there.
For the lien?
For the lien.
Okay.
Shipping the lien. And then I had melted on this side, and I got busted in Fort Bend on this side at the house waiting on it, knowing that this shit was hot. Because if the mail tells you it's going to be there at a certain time, it's going to be there.
If the FedEx, the mail can be late, but the FedEx overnight, be there by 10 a.m. that you just paid $200 for?
Never.
It can't be late. If it is,
no good.
No touchy. Yeah.
So I fooled myself. So I know I'm wanted all these places. So in my mind, I was like, F it, I'm hustling until I get caught, baby. It's I kind of felt like, what's the boy, Depp? You know what I mean? On Blow.
Oh, yeah.
Get this money and just get to it, bro. So now I'm waiting on the package. It's 2 days late. I'm knowing something ain't right. Now my sister, I just got busted in California. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to mail it. So I'm dead with that system. So now I gotta have somebody else do it. See, that's what happens. The plane gets up. Somebody got busted on the plane for me. It wasn't me. Then I get busted in the mail. All the signs telling you to stop, but can you ever stop? Hell no, because the bills keep coming, life keep coming. People think, well, where the millions at? Man, that shit go with the game, baby. It go as you living. You make it fast, you spend it faster. Period. You gonna make some cool decisions here and there, but you ain't gonna, bro. You think tomorrow you gonna make another $1 million, another 100,000. You like that. When you like Louis Vuitton, Cartier, and Hermes and all that shit, bro, that shit gonna go, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not because your own life. But I'm waiting on the pack to get here. Everything unfolded. So I'm waiting on the package. I'm like, it's 2 days late. I call him. I said, hey, let me talk to the supervisor. I've been waiting 2 days, and I paid the next day. He like, oh, it's coming today. It's already en route. Now I tell you, you get these stomach pains now. Now this is the bad part about it. I'm balled up because everybody waiting on me.
Mm-hmm.
My addiction my mind knew that this ain't right. 2 days late, a day late, maybe. 2 days, 3 days, no.
They're getting a warrant.
They got you, buddy.
Yeah.
So when they bring the packages, it was 3 days late. Then I said it wasn't 2, it was 3. So they bring it in plastic bags. Now they got all these things. I had to start putting them in the bottles when I could go through the mail. So 10 feet in each. They had 8 boxes here. They had 8 boxes, almost 200 paints altogether. But it was in the 10 shoot box. I could put 10 in each box, 12 in each box. Something busted en route. That's what got them on me. One of the bottles busted, and the box was leaking, and that's what made them go in it.
Mm-hmm.
So when they brought it to me, it was in a plastic bag. I guess they're trying to figure out how to get it to me, and me dumb enough to take it. At this time, I'm dumb enough to take it because, when you on the run and you got the money to make it, now you drinking this shit, your addiction, your money, your this, and dependency, and everybody depending on you.
Yeah.
So it all crumbles in the end, kids. You know what I mean? So they got it in a plastic bag, and I get it. I look, I don't see nobody. I tell my girl, go around there and see, because the way my garages was, I couldn't see the front of the street. She go around the house, go around. She look. I dragged that bag in, both of them, man. By the time I opened it, I could cut open the box because the liquid had went through the cardboard. I could cut it open from the outside. I said, man, this is what the happened. I'm telling her, I said, man, but boo, 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 boo. I'm telling my wife about this. I'm like, these, man, I hit that. I said, I really knew it that time. Of course, you can't drink nothing like that when that type of pressure on you. You can try, it's never gonna work, but I definitely went out like a G and I hit that. Like I say, shit.
They were banging on the door?
I was there, the police.
It was the feds, or?
It was just the regular.
Okay.
Thank God it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they should have been through the mail, but they didn't get us, you know what I mean? Thank God. That's what I was scared of. But when I went to jail, that's when all the other cases caught up with me. They gave me no bond.
Right.
So I had to sit there from 2008 to like 2012. And I've been home and shit ever since then, just on the straight and narrow, you know what I mean? Just trying to stay the out of jail. Won't do that, telling these stories and going over into the podcast space and shit like that now.
Amazing
Producing
piece of history, man.
But we've created that lane that all these guys from Atlanta to shit, even Philly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they all, even up to New York now, shit, it's really coast to coast now.
Yeah.
It's like Texas, you say lean, you think Texas.
Of course.
And that's the original story, how it started. You know what I mean? That's how this shit really coincided to the music, to the culture, to what you see today in real life, bro.
Sipping on some scissor, man.
Y'all get ready for the movie, too. It's coming, too, man.
Wow.
So instead of Cocaine Cowboy, it'd be Codeine Cowboy.
Dude, I love it, bro. I love it.
It's gonna be Codeine story, the Codeine Cowboy.
That was awesome,
Cowboy.
Bro. That was awesome,
it's
bro.
Dope. And I haven't, besides my channel, to where we do story time, and I tell these guys about different shit that happened because I learned that in prison. I ain't gonna rap for you. That plus you get older, like I just like to produce and kind of put my money behind it and shit like that. But you ain't finna have Mike D up in the saying, oh, we have him rapping all the time.
Right.
He got me up.
No, hell no.
I sit up and I tell him for stories how me and DJ Screw did this. Me and Fat Pat did that. Me and Pimp C did this.
Yeah.
How to drink, what we did in California. See, I just gave you kind of like the movie synopsis, the what we gonna
right,
cover basically in the movie. But bro, it's so many different
Mini stories.
into
Yeah.
all these stories that we got enough for, like how Power doing it
Right.
and how everybody tells their cocaine stories and all.
Right.
And we telling the codeine stories like that because that's what we created, and the screw stories. We created a genre of music. Who the hell can say that they know someone or been a part of a movement that created a genre? Rock and roll, blues, R&B, rap, chopped and screwed. It's a genre of music.
Chopped and screwed. Wow. Wow. Yeah. And look, a lot of different types of genres of music have been driven by drugs. You know, if you look at right, it's a great point. All of them, right? Like if you look at the Bee Gees, in that era, like that's cocaine all the way. You know what I mean? Acid, LSD, right? Pink Floyd and like the 60s and grunge music, Nirvana, driven by that black tar heroin, you know what I mean?
For real, damn.
So it's jazz, driven by the reefer sticks from the 40s, you know?
For real.
That's really incredible. I can't wait to see it. Where can we see your channels? Plug away, man.
Man, my channel is One-on-One with Mike D, and it's Mr. Who Shot Who. We went, last year, we went viral for having Tulo on the channel, right, guys? Let me just tell y'all. This is me, Mike D, One-on-One with Mike D, with Tulo, accidentally almost, banged himself live on camera. Yeah. So we went like crazy, probably went like almost 1 billion views, man. That's how we got in the podcast space, and we took off like a rocket. Jimmy Kimmel threw us a hell of an alley-oop.
Yeah.
He came back and he put it on there, and everybody went back and watched it, man, and it was crazy, man. It happened a lot. To me, I didn't realize what it was going to do or how it was going to do. You know what I'm saying? I always say it was a firecracker in his pocket, but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't hurt himself.
Sure.
And my Frenchie was right there. Because in my Frenchie, and I guess that's the funniest part, because when they say, like, I'm going to show you the clip, the crazy part is like, they go, so the choices you make, bow! And then he grabbed his pocket, and we look around, and somebody in the back say, Lo, you shot yourself? And I'm looking, I say, shot? Who shot who? And all in one motion, the way it was like, because I had the headphones on. See, you don't wear headphones. So the noise suppressor made it sound like a...
Right.
You see how you got that deadness in here?
Yeah.
It didn't sound like somebody, a shot went off. And it was right in front of me. But the way I kicked my leg up and say that, everybody, they had us on. Lord, they even voted us like top 5 most viral clips in 2025.
Amazing.
Also.
I can't believe I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so I'll show it to you when we go off, man. You're going to die laughing, man. But the thing is, man, is that y'all can go check me out on the One-on-One with Mike D, the Dirty Third podcast, either one of my podcasts, and that you can go check it out. We got story times coming. I got 5 in the building. You already know he with me. That's my right hand. Shout out D-Guy. Shout out everybody in Houston, man. And y'all know what it is, man. Y'all support this, man. And y'all, in the comments, I want y'all to show my boy what Texas all about. So y'all stand up for us in this one. Not just Houston. We need the whole Texas to stand up, man. Let's go so we can come back and do it again after the movie come out.
That's it, man. Mike D, what a pleasure. You want to stick around and for the bonus and talk a little bit more shit?
Let's get it.
All right, man. You guys, this was an all-time great. Nobody has a story like him. Mike D, go check out his channel, follow him, support him. Shout out to Houston.
That's right, man.
Hottest chicks in the country. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Oh, you said it.
Only place you can find a Vietnamese chick with a tattoo of a tiger on her butt. Very weird.
And she got a cornbread fed backside. and I'm talking about you want to know why she got that bubble on her butt. We fed her cornbread, man. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, man, she all right.
Patreon.com/The Connect Show with more Mike D. Peace out.